my thoughts. I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my...
What the hell's going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We're jumping back into Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle Global in order to talk about the next banner that should be dropping very, very, very soon. We're talking about, of course, physical Beerus, the realm of gods, beast leader himself, coming along with strength Whis. Obviously, we're going to talk about the banner in just 1 second. A campaign will be coming out with this as well, which is going to be very interesting because it's essentially going to be a pre-countdown celebration, like a pre-true countdown for the 5th year anniversary, because Dokkan Battle did a very weird thing over on Global where they're starting to give out the tickets a month before, whereas on JP it was only about a week before. So very interesting that they're doing it so far out, and they're pretty much calling it like a countdown to the 5th anniversary. Now the real countdown is going to start 7 days before the 5th anniversary, when they actually start changing the loading screens to 7 days left, 6 days left, 5 days left, etc., etc. So right now we're kind of in a pre-countdown, and then we're going to go into the actual countdown, and then we're going to go into the 5th year anniversary. So Beerus is going to be here to kind of, you know, fill in the gap between the pre-countdown and the actual countdown. And so he will be around for about 3 weeks, right? He's going to be dropping on the 7th or the 8th. And then he'll be around until probably like the 21st or the 28th. It's probably when he'll go away. And then we'll be in full swing for the 5-year anniversary. So let's go over what is on his banner, because shockingly, his banner is actually very, very good. And I look very pasty right now. I think I'm pointing these cameras a little bit too much to me. I got sun today, so I should be looking a little bit more tan, but damn. Anywho, so this is the banner right here. We got the new strength Whis, who's very, very good. We'll go over this Whis in particular in a second. This physical Beerus, who can hit insanely hard because he stacks attack, and the way that his passive works just gives him insane amounts of attack and pretty solid defense. Strength Cooler is back. The transformation boost king himself, the phenomenal multi-purpose unit. Planet Eme Goku is back. Now, I don't rank him as highly as others do, but I still acknowledge that he's a very good unit, a great leader, and good, good link partner. The physical Vegeta is here as well. Saiyan Day, was it Saiyan Day that Vegeta came out in? Yeah, it must have been, right? Blue Kaioken Goku is here, the Extreme Z Awakenable Blue Kaioken Goku. Another phenomenal unit. And then finally, the Tech Beerus, who can hit very, very, very hard. And then a bunch of SRs as is. 7 featured units, 9 SRs. And then if we go to the normal amount, obviously you have your, 205 normal cards. So you're going to have a ton of units. Some obviously haven't come out yet. So for example, like this Bardock and Gine and this Trunks, they're going to come out during the 5-year anniversary. So obviously you will not see them in the banner. But, things like the Tech Caulifla, things like the Thouser, the Oceanus Shenron, Kale, this Gohan, Gawasu, Frieza, Nail, all these characters will be in the banner and ready to be pulled on that GSSR spot, or just, anywhere in between. So when you just look at it, man, this banner is good. Like, this is actually a really good banner. None of the units are bad. None of the units are unusable. None of the units you would be mad if you pulled the dupe for. Now, obviously, if you have them rainbowed, then that's another story. And I do have, like, the first 3 here rainbowed, the Beerus, the Kaioken Goku, and the Vegeta. But pulling any of these 4 would actually be fantastic. Let's take a look at the actual 2 units, because those are the newest ones. I did make a 100% video on the Whis and Beerus going into Legendary Goku event, and they performed fantastically. And the reason why, Whis, obviously a Bond of Master and Disciple, 120% lead, and it's going to lower attack and defense plus seals super attack. That's a big deal. They're are still a lot of bosses that can be sealed. And so not only is he lowering their attack, but he's also sealing the super attack. So that normal attack that they're hitting you with is just going to do pitiful damage, right? So it's fantastic. Whis also gives himself attack and defense 100% and has a 70% chance to dodge, whether it's a normal attack or a super attack, it doesn't matter. And on top of that, if he dodges successfully in that same turn, he's going to give himself another 50% defense. So what that means is if someone's going to attack him, let's just say Whis is in the first slot, there's going to be one attack before Whis attacks, Whis is going to attack, and then there's going to be 3 attacks on Whis. So if he dodges that first time, he just gave himself an additional 50% defense. And since it works, since it multiplies it, 100 will actually jump up to 200. All right, so it's actually going to double it, 200% defense. And if he dodges again, it's going to go up even higher. Dodges again, it's going to go up even higher in that turn. Not to mention, if you got Beerus in the same turn as Whis, can't be Beerus, cannot be Beerus. Has to be Beerus with a B, not Beerus with a W. It's got to be Beerus with a B. All allies will receive 50% attack, and you're going to recover 10% HP at the end of the turn. Keep in mind, too, that Whis has Connoisseur, which recovers 5% HP. Now, what that means is anyone else that has Connoisseur, that's going to add together. So if 5% and 5%, it's going to be 10%. If you got another member on that team that's got another 5%, so essentially the one person in the middle, Connoisseur, is going to link with the 2, so then that'll be, what, 20%. So you're going to get a ton of health back just doing it that way. On top of the other 10% that Whis is going to give, right? If Beerus is on that rotation, which most likely you will have a Beerus on that rotation. So at the beginning of the turn, you're going to get back, what, 20% health if you have just all Connoisseurs. But let's just say it's just Beerus and Whis. You'll get back 10% at the beginning of the turn. You'll get back 10% at the end of the turn. Man, like, you got a mate in the shade in terms of health. It's actually a beautiful thing. Godly Power, which is a very good link. That's 15% attack. Cold Judgment, which I very much like. 20% defense. Very much needed. Connoisseur, obviously we talked about. Gentleman, 2 key. Not the greatest. Shocking Speed, very good. 2 key. Rival Duo is one that's not mentioned enough. 10% attack. Plus attack the enemy's defense is minus 15%. So as soon as somebody attacks that person, their defense immediately goes down by 15%, which is great. And then Fierce Battle, you know, a staple, 15%. Whis is on Realm of Gods, Siblings Bond, and Bond of Master and Disciple. I would go as far as to say that this is the best non-LR unit in the game. The best the best defensive non-LR unit in the game. If you want to talk about defense, this is the best. If you're not an LR. Better than Intelligence Janemba, in my opinion. Better than Super Saiyan 3 Xeno Goku, in my opinion. I think Whis has taken the top spot of a defensive unit that is not an LR. So there you go. Whis, very, very good. Now let's take a look at the Beerus. The staple unit, right? He's the one that's going to carry the banner at the end of the day, because he's a Dokkan Fest exclusive. He's not going to come around that much, whereas the Whis is going to be on every banner. The Beerus, not so much. So, Explosion of Anger. So this is going to be a new category. We're going to take a look at it in a second. Realm of God. Okay, we'll take a look at that as well. Key plus 3, HP 130%, attack and defense 170%. So your defense is going to be great. Your HP may not be all that high. Stacks attack by 30% every single time he attacks. Every single time he super attacks, I should say. Causes immense damage, greatly lowers defense. I'm not a huge fan of greatly lowering defense. I don't think it affects them that much. I'd rather see seals. I'd rather see lower attack. I'd rather see stun. I'd rather see anything else. I'd rather see, you know, gains defense for multiple turns, blah, 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 greatly raises, whatever the case is. Beerus, 100% defense. All right, that's not bad. 100% defense. Okay, cool. When he super attacks, 150% attack. That's solid. I would have liked it if he gave himself a little bit of an attack, even without having to super attack, because essentially his normal attacks aren't going to do much damage at all. But it is what it is. 150% attack when he's supering. That's not bad. If he gets hit first and then attacks, he's going to give himself another attack and defense 70%. Now, keep in mind that it's multiplicative. It's not additive, so it's going to be higher than just adding 170. And we'll go over that math in just a second. Also, if he's facing a Realm of God enemy, so that could be Jiren, that could be Topo, that could be, you know, UI Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, God Vegeta, Whis, Beerus, you know, any kind of Realm of God character. And we'll take a look at the, let's take a look at the category right here. Zamasu, you know, the Supreme Kais, Rose Goku Black, Gogeta, Vegito, Vados, Kaya Time. Like I said, the Beeruses, Super Saiyan Goku for some reason. A lot of characters, right? A decent Realm of Gods, pretty solid list here. A bunch of Vegetas, Manoka, you know, that's the key right there. Solid amount of units. Then if he's facing a Realm of God category enemy, then his attacks are going to be effective against all types. Not to mention, he's going to change a certain type of orbs to rainbow orbs. So that's a big deal. When we talk about the second part of his passive, right, when he gets hit, his defense is calculated separately. So he's actually going to receive a total boost of 240% defense. So he's going to be very solid defensively after he gets hit. Very, very solid indeed. So he's great for that first slot, that first spot in the squad there. Last but not least, his active skill, phenomenal. So essentially, you can start this, you can activate this on the 4th turn from battle. Your HP has to be below 70%, which sometimes can be hard to get. But 70%, which is better than most. A lot of them are 50%, some of them 30%. Those are pretty ridiculous. It's a 70%. So in some events, it could be difficult to get, but it's reasonable in my opinion. You know, he's going to give himself attack and defense 50%, attacks effective against all types, and guaranteed to hit for 1 turn. Meaning, if he's going up against Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, if he's going up against Dispo, if he's going up against Hirudegarn, who have dodge ability that can dodge your super attack, they won't be able to dodge. He turns off their evasion, and then he guarantees that hit, which is phenomenal. So he's going to do a lot of damage, right? Again, his active skill is calculated separately. So if he gets hit first, and it boosts up his stats, his attack will be 380%, and his defense will be 410%. If he doesn't get hit first, then his total attack will be 275%, and his defense will be 200%. Even still, fantastic. And keep in mind, by the time you get to 70% HP or below, you're going to be stacking your attack quite a bit. So don't be surprised if by the time you get your active skill, you'll be busting out 5, 6, 7 million attacks. Like, just, it's a regular thing with Beerus. He does absurd amounts of damage. Anyway, Godly Power for 15% attack. Prodigies for 10% attack, which is good. Connoisseur, like I said. Innocence, and 10% attack. Shocking Speed, which is good too. Berserker, not a fan of because you have to drop below 50% just to get 20% attack, when there's things like the First Awakened and stuff like that that give you more. And then Fierce Battle for 15% attack. He's on Realm of Gods, Movie Bosses, Siblings Bond, Worthy Rivals, Bond of Masters and Disciple, Explosion of Anger. So if we take a look at the Explosion of Anger category here, you got the LR Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. You got the Broly, you got the Vegeta, or I'm sorry, the Goku Black, Rose Goku Black, that's going to be coming out soon. I don't know why I said Vegeta. You actually have a lot of good characters, right? The AGL Bardock, you got Zamasu, you got the EZA, Fu, who's a great character, just not a lot of people use. It's just not a big category. Like, you got a lot of decent characters on here, you know, Movie Broly, this Strength Zamasu, this Frieza is very good, this Boo, this Rage Vegeta is fantastic, Kaba, obviously, Android 8 is great. Like, these guys are actually pretty solid, but it's just small. Look at this. This is very small. Just very tiny little category. Baby category. It needs a lot more. Needs a lot more Explosion of Anger. Essentially, you could have, like, I don't understand why they didn't put Trunks on here. Like, they have this Rage Trunks, but let's be serious. Tech Trunks could have been there too, because he has the Explosion of Anger when he does the Sword Slash. Like, I don't know. I do feel like they could have had a lot more units on this banner, but or on this category, I should say. Anyway, let's go over to the campaign, and then we'll talk about whether you should spend stones or skip this banner. So this is the campaign that we get. It's most likely going to be changed around, but I do believe that a lot of it will remain the same. There was a login bonus, which we're sure to find out what it'll be very soon. A bunch of training missions. Okay, there's the Dokkan Festival. That's what it's going to look like. Beerus and Whis going to be super, super sick. Elder Kai Summon, it is what it is. Super Sale, don't expect anything insane. It's probably going to just be a very mild one, to be quite honest. Actually, let me see if I can click on it. No, I don't think I can, huh? Nope. Yeah, so I don't expect it to be anything crazy. New stage is going to be added to that. Story event is going to be coming back, the Battle of Gods. Strongest Rivals, the Vegeta joint is coming. New season of Ultimate Clash, obviously. This is not going to be available. Obviously, this comes out during the 5-year anniversary. This is for the equipment, so that's not going to be ready. We will be getting the EZA of the Intelligence Vegeta, so that'll be pretty good. Let me just actually double check that. Yeah, so let's go over here and then go to EZA. Yeah, so he hasn't gotten his EZA, obviously, on Global yet, but he will very soon, most likely during this celebration. Gotcha category, which is going to be for Bond, Master, and Disciple. Don't suggest pulling on it unless if you're missing Tien and you really want him, or you're missing this Super Saiyan, this Cell version 2, or this Cell, this Imperfect Cell, whatever the hell he was called, Semi-Perfect Cell. Then you probably want to skip that. The Extreme Z Battle, so more stones, which is great. Fight Against Despair. Planet Potafu is back. Videl, Flying Technique. Looming Menace. Yeah, bunch of stuff, right? And then obviously we're going to get the World Tournament, which is very good. Very, very good. A source for stones and, you know, potential orbs and all that stuff. So, as my cat is coming around. Okay, so the final verdict. Should you spend stones or skip on the physical Beerus banner? Skip. 100%. 100% you should skip. I wouldn't even drop a multi on this banner, to be honest. This, to me, is like the Android 13 banner. Obviously, the Android 13 banner was a lot worse. And this is actually a good banner, but it's relative. In less than 30 days from when this, or in about 30 days from when this banner drops, are going to be 2 banners that are 10 times better. And not only are they 10 times better, with better units on it, it's also your Dragon Stones are going to be stretched out, and you're going to get more for them. What I mean by that is this banner is most likely going to be just 50 Dragon Stones every single multi-summon. That's it. Whereas in the 5-year anniversary, most likely the first 3 multis are going to add up to be 100 Dragon Stones. You're going to get a free multi on top of that. And then you're going to get tickets to use on another banner to try to pull the characters. So essentially, if you drop 150 stones on the 5-year anniversary, you will get 5 multis. If you drop 150 stones on this banner, you will get 3 multis. So that to me is pretty much a no-brainer on why you should go for the 5-year anniversary banners over this one. Not to mention there's going to be 3 LRs on each of the 5-year anniversary banners, plus the 2 new units are arguably the 2 best units in the game. Obviously, LR UI Goku has kind of muddled up that discussion, but in my mind, there's really 5 kings, and whatever order you want to put them in, you can. But it is the LR UI Goku, the Strength Gogeta, the Tech Vegito, the Tech Gohan and Goten, the Gobros, and then the AGL, Kale and Caulifla. Whatever order you want to put them in, you can. But I have it as probably right now LR UI Goku, the 2 fusions, Gobros, and then Kale and Caulifla. But again, any order you want to put them in, you can. So Beerus ain't there, brother. Whis ain't there. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought about the video. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you're planning on summoning for this. Maybe I'll do the Pilaf Trove if it's available. If it's not, then 100% skip. Either way, what you shouldn't skip is hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. Go ahead and gently rub that sub button. Gingerly ring that bell button. Essentially, kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.